I never expected the sound of my own heartbeat to feel foreign in my chest, like something borrowed from a stranger. But that's what happens when your life splinters in a single moment, when the person you trusted most turns into the last person you should have trusted at all. My name is Ryan Carter, 40, originally from Pennsylvania. Life's been a string of moves and job changes. I work in commercial roofing. Nothing fancy, nothing glamorous, just enough to pay the bills and keep a roof over other people's heads while mine quietly cracked. For 12 years I thought I knew my wife Sarah. Turns out I didn't know a damn thing. It started small, the way betrayal usually does. The late-night girls' nights out that felt too frequent, the sudden protectiveness over her phone, a laugh that didn't belong to me anymore. I felt it long before I knew it, like a chill that crawls across your neck before a storm breaks. Still I stayed patient. Still I trusted. Still I believed her. Then came the night everything collapsed. She slipped up, barely, almost innocently. A message preview lit up her phone with a name I didn't recognize. "Can't wait to see you again." I replayed those words for hours like they were carved into my skull. I asked her gently at first, then firmly, then with every ounce of dignity I had left. She denied, deflected, cried, cursed. Every tactic in the playbook. But truth has a way of bleeding through even the prettiest lies. I found out the full story 2 days later. Another man for months right under my roof. People talk about heartbreak like it's loud, like shattering glass or slamming doors. Mine was quiet, a soft, brutal dimming inside my chest. A small death. I didn't yell. I didn't throw things. I didn't demand reasons. All I said was, "Sarah, you broke something in me and I don't think it's coming back." I moved out that night. I slept on my brother's couch, staring at a ceiling that wasn't mine anymore, wondering how betrayal can feel both numbing and burning at the same time. I spent days in silence, going to work like a ghost wearing my clothes. My coworkers noticed something was off, but they didn't push. Men rarely do. We just nod like we understand each other's storms without needing the details. 2 weeks passed. I didn't see her, didn't call, didn't check on her. I thought I was done with that chapter, even if the ink was still wet. Then came the call. It was a random Tuesday afternoon. I just packed up my tools when an unknown number flashed across my screen. I almost ignored it. Something made me answer. "Is this Ryan Carter?" "Yeah. This is St. Mary's Medical Center in Denver. We have your wife Sarah Carter registered here. She listed you as her emergency contact." My stomach tightened. I didn't respond right away. My marriage was in ruins. She'd made her choices. But emergency contact, that was a role I hadn't officially resigned from, no matter how much I wanted to. What happened? "She's stable now," the nurse said. "But you should come in. She asked for you." She asked for me. I should have felt nothing. I should have gone home, cracked open a beer, and reminded myself she'd made her bed. But curiosity, guilt, leftover love, whatever it was, pulled me toward my truck. The drive to the ER was a blur of red lights and unanswered questions. The hospital lights buzzed overhead. Too bright, too sterile, too alive for how numb I felt inside. A nurse led me to a curtained room. I stepped inside and froze. My breath caught. My heart slammed against my ribs so hard it hurt. There she was, Sarah, hooked to monitors, pale, fragile, eyes swollen from crying. Then the nurse said the words that nearly knocked me off my feet. "Your wife collapsed due to severe stress. She said it was because of what she did to you." Her eyes lifted to mine. "Ryan, please don't go. I need to tell you everything." I stood there, rooted to the floor as if the tile had glued itself to the soles of my boots. I didn't move, didn't speak, didn't trust myself to feel anything that wouldn't spill over. Sarah's voice trembled, thin as thread. "Ryan, please." I didn't walk closer. I just looked at her, the same woman who once fell asleep on my chest every night, who used to kiss me with a kind of softness I thought was forever. Now she looked like the ghost of the life we'd buried. "What happened?" I finally asked. My voice sounded distant. Not angry, not warm, just a flat line. She swallowed hard, tears slipping down her temples. "It's been happening for weeks. Panic attacks, chest tightness. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. Today, Her voice cracked. I collapsed. I listened without reacting, not because I was cruel, but because the part of me that used to rush to comfort her had died quietly the night I discovered her betrayal. "I kept thinking about what I did to you," she whispered. eyes fixed on the blanket she was clutching. Every night, every morning. I ruined the only good thing I ever had. And the guilt. It felt like it was crushing me. Guilt. Funny how it arrived so late to the party. I didn't call to punish you, she continued. I called because I needed to tell the truth. All of it. I exhaled slowly and dragged a chair closer. I didn't sit to comfort her. I sat because my legs were tired. Then talk. She took another shaky breath. It wasn't about you, Ryan. It never was. You were good to me. You were steady. You were home. And I got bored with myself, not you. I wanted attention. I wanted to feel wanted. And when someone else gave it to me, She broke down before she could finish. I didn't offer tissues. I didn't take her hand. I didn't tell her it was okay because it wasn't and never would be. You destroyed us for a thrill, I said quietly. She nodded without lifting her head. I know, and I hate myself for it. I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed you to know I'm sorry. I needed you to hear it from me while I still had the courage to say it. For the first time since walking in, I let my eyes fully meet hers. They were full of regret, real regret, not the panic kind people fake when they get caught. But regret doesn't rewrite history. Ryan, she whispered, do you still hate me? The truth was I didn't. Hate requires energy, fire. I was cold, completely drained. I don't hate you, I said. But I don't love you anymore either. You broke something in me that I can't glue back together. Her chin quivered. I figured. Silence filled the room. Not sharp, not tense, just heavy, like a door slowly closing on the last echo of a marriage. After a long moment she said, I know you moved out, but when I collapsed they asked for an emergency contact and I didn't know who else to put. I didn't know who still cared if I lived or died. I sighed. Not out of pity, just a release of something old and tired. I care that you're alive, I told her. But that's where it ends. She nodded, wiping her cheeks with trembling fingers. I understand. A doctor stepped in, checked her vitals, adjusted a monitor. When he left, she looked at me again, this time with a kind of acceptance in her eyes. I won't bother you again, she said softly. I just needed to say this once. Thank you for coming. I stood up slowly, not angry, not sad, just done. You take care of yourself, I said. She closed her eyes, as if the words stung more than anything else I could have said. I will, she whispered. I walked out of the room without looking back. The automatic doors slid open, and the cold Colorado evening air hit my face like a reset button. For the first time in months I felt something loosen inside me. A weight lifting, a chapter ending. Betrayal had broken me. But her confession, it freed me. And as I walked to my truck under the fading Denver sky, I realized something simple, something steady. Not every ending needs forgiveness. Some just need closure.